It started with 3 packs traded on the playground, and today, those same cards are worth more than houses. Pokémon cards have gone from a simple childhood game to a multi-billion-dollar empire. But how did colorful pieces of cardboard become global treasures? And why are collectors paying hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions, for a single Charizard? Let's dive into the evolution of Pokémon cards, from humble beginnings to the billion-dollar phenomenon they are today. Back in the mid-90s, Japan was in the middle of a pop culture explosion. The Pokémon video games were taking over the country, sparking a wave of excitement among kids and teens. In 1996, Media Factory introduced the Pokémon trading card game. The idea was simple: collect cards, trade them with friends, and battle. Nobody predicted this side product would grow into the most valuable trading card brand in history. When the US got its first edition base set in 1999, printed by Wizards of the Coast, everything changed. Kids who had grown up with Game Boys suddenly had a way to bring Pokémon battles into real life. The set featured 102 cards, many of which became legendary: Pikachu, Blastoise, and the king of them all, Charizard. That holographic Charizard wasn't just a card, it was a status symbol. Owning one meant instant playground clout. Some carried theirs in plastic sleeves like gold bars. Today, that same card, if it's a pristine first edition graded PSA 10, has sold for $420,000. And here's a wild fact. Back then, booster packs sold for just $3.29. Today, unopened boxes from that same era have been auctioned for over $400,000. Imagine a parent in 1999 buying a box and forgetting it in the closet. Today, it could pay off a mortgage. But Pokémon cards weren't just about collecting. Competitive play quickly became part of the hype. Kids were learning strategy, deck building, and how to balance attack with defense. For many, it was their first taste of real competitive gaming. The sets kept coming: Neo Genesis, Team Rocket, Gym Heroes, each with new mechanics and artwork. Rare cards grew more desirable. By the early 2000s, the craze slowed. Kids moved on to Yu-Gi-Oh!, sports, or new video games. Many parents tossed binders of cards that would later be worth fortunes. For a while, it looked like Pokémon cards were fading into history. And then, they came back. In the 2010s, nostalgia pulled adults back in. The kids who once traded cards now had jobs and disposable income. Social media fueled the fire. YouTubers and Twitch streamers ripped open boxes live, racking up millions of views. Celebrities joined in too. Logan Paul wore a Charizard to a boxing match and later spent $5.275 million on a Pikachu Illustrator card, making global headlines. Then came the pandemic. With people stuck at home, hobbies like trading cards exploded, prices skyrocketed. Some began treating Pokémon cards like investments, like gold, but with Pikachu's face. The franchise kept innovating. EX cards, GX cards, VMAX, full art designs, and shiny Pokémon made modern sets just as exciting as the classics. Hidden Fates and Shining Fates drove collectors wild with alternate arts. For many, cards weren't just collectibles. They were art pieces. And the numbers prove it. Over 43 billion Pokémon cards have been printed. Some are worth more than cars. The rarest English card, Pikachu Illustrator, has fewer than 40 known copies. Japan even released a solid gold Pikachu card that sold for over $10,000. Yet it's not only collectors keeping the game alive. Competitive tournaments like the Pokémon World Championships attract players worldwide. For some, Pokémon is both passion and profession. Meanwhile, the Pokémon Company has adapted to the digital era with apps like TCG Live, keeping younger fans hooked while connecting communities online. So why did Pokémon succeed where so many others fizzled out? The answer is constant evolution. Just like the Pokémon themselves, the cards never stopped changing. And at the heart of it all is emotion. The memories of trading with friends, opening packs at the kitchen table, and the thrill of pulling something rare. From $3 packs in the 90s to million-dollar auctions today, Pokémon cards have proven they're far more than a fad. They're a cultural force, a piece of childhood that grew into a global obsession. So here's the question. If you could own one card, which would it be? The Charizard, the Illustrator Pikachu, or maybe that one card you traded away and always regretted? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, hit like and subscribe for more stories of evolution. Because just like the Pokémon themselves, this hobby keeps evolving.